Bubba was the kind of man who didn't say much. But when he did, you listened. He had lived in the same modest house at the edge of the city for over 50 years. It wasn't just a house, it was his life. His parents raised him there, and he raised his own kids in those same walls. Every creaky floorboard, every crack in the paint told a story. But none of that mattered to the city council. One summer morning, Bubba got a letter in the mail. The government had big plans. A new bridge to connect two of the largest cities in the region. A bridge that would bring jobs, commerce, and growth. But the center of that plan was right on Bubba's land. The officials showed up days later, offering compensation for him to leave. They talked about progress, development, and doing the right thing for the community. But Bubba didn't budge. "This is my home," he said. "You can't build a future by destroying a past." Legally, the city couldn't force him to leave, and Bubba made sure they knew it. Then something unbelievable happened. Construction crews arrived anyway, not to demolish the house, but to build around it. Pillars of concrete began rising beside his garden. Massive steel beams stretched over his rooftop. His quiet home had become a strange island trapped between lanes of traffic. Neighbors were stunned. Some laughed, others shook their heads. But Bubba, he just watched in silence as the bridge came to life, wrapping around his home like a snake coiling around its prey. It took 6 years to complete the bridge. When it opened, cars zoomed by from sunrise to midnight. Bubba couldn't sleep. His plants withered from the dust. Noise bounced off the walls. Tourists even started taking pictures of the house that wouldn't move. He was exhausted, angry, but he wasn't defeated. One night, unable to sleep, Bubba sat on his porch with a cup of cold coffee and made a decision that would change everything. If the world was going to look at his house, he'd give them a reason to keep looking. The next month, Bubba turned his home into a roadside cafe. He installed a small walk-up window, printed menus, and called it Bridge Grub. At first, he just served hot dogs and lemonade. But people came. Curious drivers, locals, even truckers. Word spread fast. Videos of his setup went viral. A man who refused to leave had now turned his obstacle into an opportunity. Soon journalists showed up. Travel bloggers featured him. Bubba became an icon, not just for his food, but for his unshakable spirit. The mayor, silent. The city, embarrassed. And Bubba? He was smiling for the first time in years. His home, once a symbol of resistance, had become a landmark of resilience. So if life ever tries to build a bridge through you, be like Bubba. Stand your ground and turn the noise into applause. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories that will blow your mind.